How's it going, everyone? BouseFeenux here, and thanks to PC Gamer, we've got some very exciting new footage of the free-to-play game that's on everyone's mind right now, Dauntless. I've watched this footage over and over again and put some thoughts together that I wanted to share with you guys today. Additionally, I'm interested in hearing what you guys think about all this in the comments below, so let's get a discussion started. Okay, so the footage you're seeing here, I believe, is from the Pax South demo, and it's definitely a step up from the early pre-alpha stuff I showed you guys a couple months ago. Now, if you're looking for a comparison on that, you can click the card in the top right-hand corner of the screen. From what we've originally seen, though, it looks like the combat in the game is definitely shaping up to be something supremely satisfying. I absolutely hate making this comparison, and I'm sure the devs might be getting sick of hearing it, but this looks like a very faithful representation of a Western Monster Hunter game on PC, and that is by no means a bad thing. It's something that those of us over here have been wanting for over a decade now, and it's nice to see the developers working to deliver that product. Now, something that really caught my attention right off the bat was the fact that hitting a monster seems to damage it visually. Of course, we have this in Monster Hunter, but not to this level of detail. Cut marks and such seem to appear all over the monster as you're striking it, and man, they look really painful to these poor monsters. You almost feel bad for them, but this type of visceral combat is extremely satisfying. It gives the weapon you're using a feel of true weight. Like, it actually has an impact on what you're fighting, and from the comments on my previous video and just some of the talking I've seen around the internet about Dauntless, this is one of the chief concerns. People are really afraid that, based on what we saw in the very early footage, that combat wouldn't feel satisfying. Thankfully, though, mechanics like these are proving that to be a non-issue. Now, in terms of sound design, the monsters and weapon sounds are pretty fantastic so far. When a weapon strikes monster flesh, you really feel it, and when the monster roars or shrieks, it's believable. Additionally, the sound design seems pretty unique, and this will sound weird, but I don't feel like I've heard these sword or hammer sounds really anywhere else. They really stood out for me, and I want you guys to just take a second and listen to the combat here and see what this sounds like. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, as for the monster design, the two that we've seen so far very closely resemble creatures from the Monster Hunter series. You've got not Uragon and not Malfestio, but regardless, these guys still look amazingly fun to fight, and there's nothing wrong with a bit of familiarity. It makes the game relatable, and it helps to draw you in. Another thing I wanted to address really quick is that in this alpha footage, there aren't really any smaller monsters running around, but from what the devs have said, the environment will be populated in the later builds of the game. I think what they're trying to nail down at the moment is getting the main boss monsters perfected, which is perfectly understandable. Now, I know I've hyped this game up massively, but like anything, I definitely have my concerns. Firstly, I'm afraid that everyone is expecting this to be a Monster Hunter clone to the T, and as far as I've seen, the devs haven't even come close to marketing as such. Actually, the monsters aren't even called monsters, they're called behemoths, and if you go to the Play Dauntless website, it's simply described as an action RPG set in a shattered world. I mean, the resemblance is uncanny in some instances, but the point to all this, and the reason I'm concerned, is that I know from experience how a community at large can kill a game and twist the arms of the devs. I really hope that people have some chill and let these guys speak with their own voice. Let them create Dauntless, not Monster Hunter US. Secondly, like just about everyone else, I'm concerned about how the cash shop in this game will work. From those of you that don't know, this game will be free to play, and the devs have explicitly stated numerous times that Dauntless will not be pay to win. But what I'm interested in seeing is how the game will function. If we're not buying items to increase power, I wonder what that leaves. My guess is that it'll be similar to Warframe in the way that you can buy experience and resource boosters, which is pretty awesome, and it definitely helps alleviate any sort of grind. Honestly though, I wish this would just be a paid game or a subscription-based game like World of Warcraft. I know that's a pretty unpopular opinion with this audience, but game devs need to make a steady stream of income in order to keep the lights on and provide us with new content and updates. I just really hope they pull in what they need in order to make this game's potential realized. And that brings me to my third point of concern, content. They're going to need a ton of it. The crowd that's coming to this game is used to having a massive roster of monsters, or behemoths in this case, to fight, and an incredibly large arsenal of gear to craft. From what I've seen, it looks like the type of weapon you use is bound to a character model similar to how For Honor works. The charge hammer thing is bound to this dude in green, the feather sword looks like it's bound to this woman character, and so on. hopefully we have a full range of character customization and we aren't locked into a chosen weapon type. But that's really all for today, folks. Again, I want to thank IGN for this recorded footage because this video wouldn't have been possible without it. Also, I want to remind you guys that I'm very interested in seeing what you guys have to say about this game. Is it shaping up to be a massive success or a massive disappointment? Anyway, I'm BouseFeenux, I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.